Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to this week's Kimono Therapy Ritual to Process Life. My name is Christina Salea. I am your Reiki master as well as trained in spiritual psychotherapy. So, people pleasing. This is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart. And I was a chronic people pleaser. I couldn't say no. It was very difficult for me to say no. And the main reason why it was so difficult and why it drained me was because I learned at a very early age that when I said no, I disappointed the significant people in my life. So I didn't want to disappoint them. I didn't want to hurt them. So I stopped saying no. And I acquiesced to the things that they wanted me to say or to do. Even give you an example without naming names. This is going back to my childhood. When I did say no, that person wouldn't speak to me for days. And this person was a very significant person in my life, and it hurt me. So what did I say all the time? Yes, okay, yes, okay. And one of the reasons that I learned that being a people pleaser is so draining is because kindness comes from love. People pleasing comes from fear. So if you are a people pleaser, if you have a hard time saying no, especially if you're a caregiver, a healthcare professional, an empath, someone who puts everyone else first ahead of yourself, this is a great way to figure out when you're saying yes or when you're saying no, is when you are either coming from love or you are coming from fear. And if you feel like there is something that someone is asking you to do and you want to say no and you feel fear come up inside you, then that is your people pleaser. A people pleaser is an archetype, and it is something that we learn at a very young age to not disappoint or hurt the people in our life. So the tool that I want to share with you, and it's not an easy tool. It was something that I had to practice and I had to learn. And it's not something that you want to start with big. You want to start with small no's. And you want to start with small no's with love and compassion. And you're going to want to feel the fear and do it anyways, because something that I have learned is that we have, number one, taught people how to treat us. So as a people pleaser, if you have taught people that you are always going to say yes, be mindful of the fact that they might get a little bit upset because they are used to you always saying yes. You may even want to share with them, something that I have noticed about myself is that I am a people pleaser. And it's okay to share that with that person and let them know that, this is something that I need to work on. And the other thing is that healthy boundaries do not push people away. They reveal which ones are built on mutual respect. So, this week's message is if you are a people pleaser, remember, kindness comes from love and people pleasing comes from fear. And in order to combat that lovely people pleaser that you have within you, is to start with small acts of the word no. Feel the fear and do it anyway. If that person gets upset, allow them to get upset. We cannot control another person, but we have certainly taught them how to treat us. And remember that people who truly care about you, they do respect your boundaries. All right. If this message resonated with you, put in the comments below, I choose me. Okay, let's take a moment. take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification button so you continually receive these messages in your inbox. All right, take care. Namaste. Much love. Bye for now.